Good morning, everyone. I'm still 17. I've not turned 18 yet. This morning I'm sipping on Taste of San Antonio fucking coffee right now. I've been up for 24 hours, low genuinely. Um, but right now I want to talk about the amount of posers that are in the DIY scene, namely the emo scene, the deathcore scene, the hardcore scene, the punk scene, um, but mainly just screamo heads, deathcore people, um, the post-hardcore, all that shit, the stuff that you're seeing a big resurgence of right now on like TikTok and Instagram. Um, it's insane. There. So I just want to say I am happy that the DIY community has grown in America to be as big as it is right now. There's so many talented distributors. There's so many talented photographers, artists, bands, so many people who are like putting in actual genuine passion for the scene and making a difference. And of course, there's people who have come to the scene and have found their community and have found their safe space, and I love that for them as well. What I don't like though is the people that well, there was we'll put it in waves, but the people that found either screamo or deathcore or post-hardcore through TikTok within the span of like 2023 to the summer of 2025. Um, these certain amount of people that are coming into the scene, they they are a big problem and a big issue, and that's really what I want to discuss right now. Um, what's my issue with some of the new members of the DIY scene? It's that these new members of the DIY scene don't even know what it means to be DIY. They don't engage in DIY ethics or punk morals. They don't even think that punk is political. They don't even think that emo is political. Whatever core genre you're into, they don't think that it's political. They just see it as a fashion style and as a certain sound of music. And that generally pisses me off so much. I remember I was a freshman in high school whenever a bunch of people started joining the alternative scene, starting to go alternative, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, we need a gatekeep. We need a gatekeep. These people are gonna ruin the scene." And I was like, "Yo, why are these people gonna ruin the scene? Don't we want more emos?" Like, my whole thought process was, if these people join the emo scene, they're gonna start carrying the emo morals, the emo mindsets, the punk ethics, and we're gonna genuinely get a nicer population and everyone's gonna be happy. So I was really excited to begin with when everyone started hopping on this bandwagon. But recently, I have seen a lot of discourse online, and keep in mind, a lot of the stuff that I talk about on this YouTube channel, it's mainly stuff that happens online. I'm mainly taking my time to address it because someone needs to tell y'all chronically online motherfuckers to like get right and get with the program. It's not like how it is on TikTok. But I've just been seeing so many people get in this echo chamber of I'm emo, I'm punk, I'm hardcore, I'm a core kid, but I don't need to care about politics. Oh, we don't need to bring politics into it. It's just style, guys. It's just an aesthetic. And that genuinely like it pisses me off so much because we are supposed to be creating a space where everyone can express themselves, where we can fight capitalism and fascism and racism and bigotry. Um, it's supposed to be a place where we can encourage each other to create. It's supposed to be a place where you don't have to worry about fucking frat dude personalities. You don't have to worry about fucking cool guy. You don't have to worry about being inadequate. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how the scene is supposed to be. But these people they missed that point entirely and just saw the micro celebrities, saw the bands, heard the music, and saw how everything looks, and just applied the looks to themselves, and are now literally just leveling up their looks, leveling up their outfits, and that's how they participate in their scene, just by fucking showing up to the show in a badass fit, just to fucking, I don't know, get drunk, smoke hella weed, talk loud as hell during the sets while standing in front. Um, not even moshing, judging people, in fact. But okay, sorry, the moshing comment was not needed. The point is, there are people going to shows in the DIY community that don't respect DIY, that don't understand punk morals, and it's fucking sucks. It's something that I hate to see, and it's something that I don't want to see continue. Um, People tried to change definitions, they tried to change connotations. So if we allow these people to detach politics from alternative, they are going to effectively kill whatever is left in the alternative subculture, because no one's gonna lie, we're not as strong as the 80s, but there is still an alternative scene and there is still an alternative DIY subculture that's active in America in the 2020s. However, if we let all these people join the scene to not associate with politics, if we allow these people online who don't interact with their scene to believe that being emo is an aesthetic and not a political movement, then you're going to end up seeing your scene get completely watered down, and boom, all of a sudden there will be like no benefit shows, there'll be nobody organizing protests, there'll be nobody organizing fundraisers. It won't be a political scene at all. It's literally just going to be like fucking high school, except you're watching bands and you're looking at music. Yo, if you don't live in Texas, I feel bad for you, dude. Their coffee game is like genuinely insane over at HEB. But yeah, so people don't associate politics with alternative culture anymore. Um, People are seeing it as an aesthetic and like a fashion show, and it's really just making the scene feel like corny and shit. And now for a quick history lesson, all right? The DC emotional hardcore scene. Okay, but if you're wondering, if you're new into the subculture and haven't actually gone down to figure out why the DIY ethics are, which I recommend you do, if you're gonna identify as anything, you should at least know the history of what it is before you identify as it. But for anyone who doesn't know, okay, there was the hardcore punk scene in in Washington, okay? And basically two bands, I want to say like Black Flag or Fugazi. Um, my bad if I'm getting it wrong. I haven't brushed it up in a while. But these two bands, they started like arguing over the ethics of show culture, and the hardcore guys were like, "Oh, we love crowd killing, we love moshing." And then Fugazi and Ian MacKaye and Rites of Spring was like, "Oh, we don't like moshing." So Ian MacKaye broke up his band and started Rites of Spring, which is the first emo band. Um, and you got to understand that Ian MacKaye he's the dude who created straight edge. He was a genuine influential and innovative person for the punk scene at its very inception. He is still like such an important person in the history and culture going to this day. But he created emo essentially, and emo came from an offshoot of the punk scene in DC. So if you're following me, emo is just punk, and as emo evolved, it still stayed in this DIY scene, especially the second wave scene, as it evolved. It wasn't until the third wave scene, whenever we saw corporations fucking buy out and promote My Chemical Romance, Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco, the Holy Trinity. That's mainstream shit, okay? That is commercial. They have label funding. However, majority of those bands did start from a DIY scene, and that's the important thing. The genre comes from a DIY scene. All the influences come from a DIY scene. So we can't turn our backs on DIY no matter what, no matter how dated it is, no matter how distanced you are from it. I don't give a fuck if you make post-hardcore. I don't give a fuck if you make kittencore. I don't give a fuck if you're just a regular screamo. No matter what genre you're making, if you are in a local DIY scene, if that genre comes from the local DIY scene, you need to be fucking DIY, and you need to be about that shit. Um, I'm tired, sick and tired of people just trying to separate politics and DIY and hard work and community from punk, from emo, from my fucking local community. And yeah, I said why we can't let that happen. I think that's pretty reasonable. Why we need to like stop it. You know, don't go and like shit on people. Don't. I'm not saying go spread hate comments on people who you think are posers, Instagrams. But if you notice someone who like genuinely doesn't know the history or the culture of the subculture and you have the opportunity to explain that to them, and then anytime you see someone trying to say that alternative is not a political movement, you need to chime in and dress them down and be like, it is a political movement, because we cannot let these linguistics saying that it isn't a political movement become the new norm. And the younger generation, the more people who aren't into the niche associate alternative with just a look rather than a political movement. If they can do that, then punk is dead, rock is dead. We might as well fucking give up. Never give up, never stop being DIY, never stop supporting your local scene. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much it. Fuck ICE, fuck Charlie Kirk, fuck Donald Trump, fuck fascism. Thank you for watching.